Hi class, this is a little video on making sure that you know how to make and generate a graph using Google Sheets. This is similar to a program that people have used in the past, put up by Microsoft, called Excel, and it's generally used to make different types of graphs. Just like in math, we're going to have an X variable that's going to go in our A column here, and we're going to have a Y variable that's going to go in our B column here. So these will be X and Y. In science, we've talked about them being the independent variable. This is what you're going to put into your experiment, the thing that you guys selected as your variable. And then you're going to have your dependent variable over here in the blue. The blue for everybody is going to be the size of the largest crystal in the container in millimeters. And so you're going to try and find the largest crystal and find out how big it is in millimeters and put that number over here. So again, your variable that you've selected in the orange column, and then the size of the largest crystal in that cup into the blue column. I'm going to go ahead and generate some fake data real quick to show you guys how to do that. And so I'm just going to put in some numbers 0, 1, 2, 3. Maybe I was putting in grams of salt or something. And then I'm going to make some data here for my size of my crystals. So once you have run your experiment, you've generated your data, you've put in your variable over here, maybe you put in 0 grams of salt, 1 gram of salt, 2 grams of salt, 3 grams of salt. And then over here you put in the size of your largest crystal. Obviously this would be pretty silly data. You wouldn't get any crystals if you don't put any salt in. But once you've done that, to actually make the graph, what you're going to do is you're going to go ahead and you can edit the names of these columns to start with. This will make the graph look a little nicer. So instead of it saying your column up here, you could say, you could change it to grams of salt, if that's what you added. And since this one's the same for everybody, you could leave that alone. And then to actually generate your graph, it's fairly easy. You're going to take your mouse, click on the top left box, and highlight that, and then drag it down across the entire thing, and you'll see it goes to that light blue color. Once you've done that, you'll see the box appears around the columns. You're going to come up and hit the graphing button. It says Insert Chart here. You'll click Insert Chart, and it's going to give you a number of different graphs. The ones that we're going to do today, we just want one line, and so we're going to use this XY scatter plot here with the blue dots. Once you've selected this chart, it'll give you kind of a preview of what it's going to look like. And here you see that it says grams of salt on our x-axis and size of largest crystal in milliliters. You can see that the title doesn't really, it's not really what we want the title to be, and we don't necessarily need a legend over here. And so we can go in and customize that just a little bit. And so here we could change our title to be as simple as maybe size of crystals versus grams of salt. Yeah. So that will change this title up here to be something more in line with what the graph actually looks like. And then you could scroll down by going down, and X and Y axes are fine, scale is fine. If I could find the place to remove the legend or key off to this, I might do that as well. Here, just see actually right below there, I didn't notice. So you can see you could put on the right, the top, the bottom. We don't really need a legend, so we're going to remove that. And once we've done that, now we have size of crystals. Let's put that in millimeters. Versus grams of salt added, and make it a little nicer. And then we can hit the insert button. And now we have our graph. course, we don't want it covering up our data. We can so you can just grab it and move it over. And the last thing you're going to need to do is move this into your document for the lab report. So you're just going to click on this little down arrow up here. You're going to hit the copy chart button. That's copied, and now you can go over to your Google document. I'm just going to select a different tab and place it randomly into a Google Doc. To place it into the Google Doc, you're going to hold down the control button and then hit V, and if you follow the directions correctly, it will show up for you. Alright, hope that will help you guys be able to get those graphs into your labs. Okay, thanks guys. Have a good day.